So Planeswalkers, arguably human man, Theoric 6, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I do, of course, hope you head over to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, and it helps support the show. And I have an announcement to make regarding the winners of those sweet, sweet, sweet Richard Kane Ferguson playmats. The winners are Andrew D, James H, and Tobias L. I've been told that Andrew D does not have an email on file for them, so if you could, Andrew, go ahead and send Flipside Gaming over an email, you'll be able to get your sweet, sweet playmat. Congrats, everyone who joined. I'm very happy to be a part of this Flipside Gaming giveaway. I have a couple other announcements before we hop into the DeckTech. I should still be live over on twitch.tv/Theoric6 at the time that this goes up, which is 11 a.m. my time. I should still be on. I'll probably end up being on for a while tomorrow. Well, today for you all. But yeah, so head over to Twitch right now. Check me out. I'm probably playing viewer games by this point. So I'm going to have a bunch of fun with you guys. And the other announcement is kind of a pseudo-announcement. I'm doing interesting things on the back end for the channel, making cool things happen, etc., etc. Now, into the deck. What are we playing today? We're playing Devil's Due. I had a really busy day today, so I couldn't really throw together a complex deck. So instead, I made a mid-range deck themed around devils, demons, and technically imps, but I didn't actually put the imp in. But it's a devil's deck for the most part. There's some demons, there's some cool stuff we have with demons, etc., etc. But it's a mid-range deck. The reason it's a mid-range deck is I wanted not to have like any creatures that weren't devils or demons, so there weren't really enough good low drop. There weren't enough low drop cards that could do that for me, so I figured put in a decent amount of removal in here, add in things like Doom Whisperer and Rakdos. It should be a decent mid-range deck. So what we're left with is 4 Footlight Fiends. It's a devil, and it has an ability. 2 Duress because it's just better than Pilfering Imp, okay? Like, Pilfering Imp can get you more things, but you can weave Duress in better. You can play it as soon as you draw it, etc., etc. Duress is just kind of better, and it's really good in this format right now. 3 Tibalt's Ragers. This card is not really 4 of worthy. It is still Devil, though, and it is a Tibalt Devil, so that's a thing. But essentially, this is a decent card insofar as it has the Footlight Fiend ability, and you're going to be able to pump this late game, or if you flood or something like that, so that's very nice. 3 Angrath Rampage. Angrath Rampage is actually a fantastic removal in this spot because we're playing Mayhem Devil, which cares about sacrifices, but this is just all around a really nice early game removal. And then we do have 2 Finality of Eternities, mostly because I want to play with the damn card and see like if it is worth putting in other decks without putting it in other decks, if that makes sense to anyone. But it should theoretically be fine. We're pretty much never going to get X equals 10, but that doesn't matter. We're trying to use it as some sort of interesting removal. 3 Mayhem Devils. It's 3 mana 3/3. That's also a devil. And when people sacrifice things, you get to deal damage. Usually that's just going to be things from like our Angrath Rampage. But yeah, it's still a thing. 4 Tibalts. We have to play 4 Tibalts. We also have to do the Stained Glass Art because I wanna. And 1, your opponent can't gain life. That's helpful since we are trying to kill our opponents at some point with damage. And it just makes a Footlight Fiend. It makes just a mono red Footlight Fiend essentially. But it's a Tibalt deck. It's in the deck because of that. Also, Tibalt is the best dressed planeswalker. Don't at me. 2 Bedevils. It has the word devil in it. I'm not even kidding. That was a big reason why I put this card in. But also, it's good removal. Speaking of good removal, we have 2 Vraska Contempt. Because exiles instead of destroys. Very helpful. 3 Spawn of Mayhem. This is not a devil, but it's a demon, and it works with Rakdos and whatnot. Also, it's just a relatively decently powerful card. You could theoretically play like there are other 4-drops that you could play that are flying that are better than this, like Rekindling Phoenix, arguably. But I'm making a fun deck. Damn it, I'm not making a good deck. 2 Carnival Carnage. Really nice at early game, killing off like a Llanowar Elf or something. And then late game against the control or mid-range decks, you can go ahead and just force them to discard 2 cards, also taking some life. 2 Doom Whisperer. It's a win con. That's about it. 1 Ob Nixilis. Technically a win con. Also, he is a demon. Canonically, he is... Well, he's not. He's a human who's demonified. What? He's a demon. Shut up. So that counts. Also, for what it's worth, like, we can blow up our own creatures to ping our opponent or just draw more cards. So, you know, it's utility, but it's only a 1-of because it's not actually very good. 2 Bedeck Bedazzle. It's removal, and late game it's good against control. And then, of course, 2 Rakdos, the Showstopper. How the heck can I play a Devil deck / Demon deck without Rakdos himself? This card is probably never going to actually work well for us, but might as well try. We're running 23 lands. The reason we're running 23 is our curve is technically relatively low. And the thing is, we don't have a ton of ways to, like, mitigate mana flood that much. We really only have, like, this and technically Finale, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And this is our mana base, and I will talk about the sideboard options after the games. And as you can see, there's only 1 win there. I only actually played 1 game because, as I said, I was very busy today, and I had like no time to. I had to build this from scratch and then practice. Also, as you can see, I'm playing as Rakdos. Got to get those themes going on. This is a great curve. Yeah, this is great. I would have preferred going first, obviously, but this is a good curve. Oh, is it mono white? Okay. Footlight Fiend should theoretically help a lot against mono white. Just because of the fact that I can kill 2 X1s. Very important. Snubhorn, that's not an X1. That's an X1. I assume my opponent's not going to attack now. It'd be very stupid for them to. I would love you to attack. Damn. My opponent, unfortunately, is smarter than I give them credit for. We're going to go just play Tibalt's Razor, another card that just deals damage to their nonsense. Now, the issue, of course, is when they play Venerated Loxodon next turn, and where I cry. Remember, we're playing an unranked right now. We're playing a meme Devil Demon deck in ranked, and I'm facing up against mono white. Ooh, wow, on curve Venerated Loxodon. Who would have thought? Me. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I could double block this and then block this. I could play Tibalt. I could actually triple block this, kill this, and I'd have enough damage to kill this as well. This would flip, which would suck. I think I am going to just Tibalt here. Also means that they won't gain life, which is nice, and I have a 3rd blocker. So, I mean, I have 3 damage on blocks and 3 damage from triggers, so that's nice. We could, unfortunately, see a Conclave Tribunal. However, we can respond to that Conclave Tribunal with another Tibalt, so should be okay. It feels so dark in my room right now, but it's like not. My ring light is as bright as it usually is. I'm so incredibly confused. My ring light. Who are you putting this on? Venerated Loxodon. Sure, seems reasonable. Which means I'm probably just not going to block that if you attack. I assume my opponent's going to attack at some point. Mayhem Devil is funny, because they get to deal damage to things. If they sacrifice that. At this point, what are you doing? It seems like they're tapping for maybe another Loxodon? Conclave Tribunal, okay. And I assume you take out Tibalt? Yep, that is fine. I will play another one. Why would you do that, though? So I could... So they're going to gain 2 life, but I don't care. I care about killing their board, and they're not attacking with sufficient... So if I can double block, like, this. Only one of these will die, so I do need to take that into account, but one of them will die. And I can block like this. And I can kill both of these. Alternatively, it might actually be better just to lose this. Block like this. Then both of these die. And this dies. I get to kill this and this. Because this is targeting Venerated. I think that's the correct decision. I could be super wrong. But I like, annihilate their board. And their board matters much more than life. Oh, cool. This card does not exist. So we're going to target this. And target this. And we're going to target this. I don't like their attack there. Not at all. Even if they attack with just one Loxodon, like, I'd still kill that at least. I don't think that was a great idea. They're down to 2 lands, 2 creatures in play. I mean, I could just Bedevil this, but I think I would rather get a Spawn down, because Spawn is a nice trader. I am lower on life, but it shouldn't last too soon. But now it's Marshall. Sure. means that they can attack at least with the 5/5, which they should. Yeah. Yeah, so no blocks. Very painful. But I can actually do some instant speed shenanigans. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is play Footlight Fiend. Do instant speed shenanigans where I block, or I kill this at instant speed. Yeah, okay. So we're going to try that. Obviously, my opponent could have something like Pride of the Conquerors or whatever the heck that spell is called. Oh, God. Okay. Well, my opponent's smart. Or good. I'm pretty sure this is still correct. Like, this is 5 power. I think that's still probably correct. 2. Okay. Ooh, I can do this for 2? Damn. It's toughness, isn't it? I wish it was power. Unfortunate. So I think I'm just going to play Tibalt. I think I might need to start getting in here. Yeah, I should probably start getting in there. Because I need to kill my opponent soon. Because I am on my own clock. So let's see what you have. Okay, another Loxodon. That's not terribly great for you. Just because of the fact that I can still... Like, I still have decent blocks. Finale might not be a gun in deck where you run 23 lands. Yeah, so I have, like, good blocks set up. Opponent's at 5. This is going to be a 6 power creature next turn. And they're taking 1, 2, 3 damage. That's fine. It doesn't give trample. Sure. Once again, sure. So I essentially just want to survive. Oh, they do get Vigilance, so that's unfortunate. That has 3 power. Do like this and like this. Then they go to 7. All of these die. They go down to 7. This is on 6. Damn, I need like 1 more ping. I guess if I get a Angrath Rampage, that would help. When we go down to 7, then down to 6. I have this as a blocker. This should be okay. Ow. And these will dome you. My Fibblethip Devils. It'd really suck if I lose this game when they're at 1. Don't care about your Dauntless. Or do I? Targeted your 5/5, it looks like. Oh! I'm so dumb! I forgot! I totally forgot my Spawn of Mayhem deals damage to them too. Get fucked. Good, good. Can I say good game, please? Good game. I'm sure there's plenty of comments by this point saying, "You idiot! Spawn of Mayhem's gonna put him down to 6. You totally win. Don't care. Just block." I absolutely totally forgot. Like, I've been seeing it happen, but I totally forgot. And we won. We beat a real deck with a meme deck. Oh right, I should tell you about the other game I played. It was against Azorius Control, actually, and I beat them. And I beat them because of the freaking dice triggers, man. Like, I went turn 1 Footlight Fiend, turn 2. I think I went turn 2 Tibalt's Rager, followed by a turn 3 Spawn of Mayhem. They had to play Teferi, Baby Teferi, and bounce. This looks fine. They had to bounce. I easily killed Baby Teferi and dealt an additional damage to them. On turn 4, I don't remember what I did, but at this point, like, I was dealing legitimate damage to my opponent, and they had to, like, time wipe. I dropped them down super far, and I just was able to keep the pressure on. So I think I'm just going to attack here and put a Blood Crypt down. I thought it was Carnival music. So this looks like it is going to be the Feather deck. So I'm actually going to just kill that now, I think. I could play Spawn of Mayhem now. The thing is, I don't really want them to untap with... I don't want them to untap with protection for their 10th District Legionnaire. But they might be greedy. I'm going to be greedy in the hopes that my opponent's greedy. Just because I really like the idea of getting Spawn of Mayhem down as soon as possible. Because I can actually threaten my opponent's life total. I mean, I have decent... Oh, right, I have Vraska Contempt. As long as I draw another land, Indestructible's not going to matter. Lava Call on my Spawn, how dare you? I would like to draw another land. I'm going to draw 2 other lands, actually. Cool. I didn't... well, you know what? My opponent probably is holding up indestructibility. I'm just gonna pay 2 and attack. Do I also play Fiend? I think I'm going to play Fiend because I also have Contempt. So I have a blocker now, and it forces my opponent to behave in it forces my opponent to behave a certain way. Gideon, okay. So I can Bedevil Gideon, but it can't be on their turn. So I'm assuming you're giving that indestructibility.
Share in my light.
Lifelink. Really? I will block. I will passive damage. I will target this with the damage. I will respond. I will respond to that. With this. Now this fizzles, so they don't actually get to scry. This still happens, so they do get to scry. But I will go ahead and exile Gideon. I do need 1 more land so I can get these out. But we're in an okay spot. Just okay. Another Gideon. Sure. I really need this Doom Whisperer. Shit. That's fine, I guess. I think I am going to try and keep her Gideon in check. Because next turn I can, at the very least, put him down to 1, and then it should be pretty easy to deal with him for the rest of the way. Shock on my Footlight Fiend, that's interesting. I mean, I am just going to target that. So my opponent has only 1 card in hand. A Feather. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. No blocks. Would I kill this and let them have 2? Would I let them have 2 cards? That is a good question. I don't think I should. I think it's better just to play Doom Whisperer. I essentially just need them not to draw well here. Actually, I'm just going to give indestructibility.
Prepare for battle.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure I think I block Gideon with Mayhem Devil, but I don't block Feather. There's no reason to risk my Doom Whisperer when Doom Whisperer can kill their Gideon. Sure. So that's fine. I guess I should have blocked there, but I didn't know what my opponent had. Yeah, sure. I don't think I should scry. It's fine. So Gideon definitely is going to die, and I think I do want to kill Feather at this point. It's definitely unfortunate that I'll have to give my opponent cards, and it's going to suck a ton if my opponent has an indestructible spell, but I have to do it now. Don't have indestructible. Okay, that's fine. So they can still get indestructible here. Don't tell me you got it. Nope. Alright, they're still digging. Okay, cool. So they're going to have 6 cards in hand? But they're down to 14, which is nice. They're down to 13, which is nice. So we are in a spot. Tidetaker's fine. Dreadhorde Arcanist is still technically fine. Oh, though. Ooh, Spawn of Mayhem is dangerous. Spawn of Mayhem is very dangerous. Let's see, I can put my opponent down to Math is incredibly hard. 7-6. No, I have my opponent dead in 2 turns as long as I don't die. Oh, Tibalt is very helpful here. Tibalt is a blocker. A much needed blocker. So I can go and play Tibalt. What is in their graveyard right now? Shock and stuff, so I actually think I want to blow this up. Like, I'm giving them cards, but I'm hoping that my opponent is not going to be able to use them. I can make a Devil.
Try not to think too hard.
My opponent could have haste. Does that card have trample? No. I don't think this deck typically plays things that have trample. But whether or not I'm facing a typical version of the deck is something else entirely. If I win another game against a real deck, sure, I'm in unranked, but still, like, oh, that is not great. I think I killed their Tithe Taker. Like, it's only 1 damage, but that 1 damage absolutely could matter. That's 1, 2, 3. I mean, they have 3. Let's see if I die. I mean, they're dead on my turn. So let's see if I'm dead. I mean, they have. Oh, they can't draw that much. They can't draw that much because they're gonna take damage. So they can only draw so many cards this turn. Sure. So I'm still not dead here. I don't think this deck usually plays Lightning Strike. So they're at 2. Am I going to die? Sprint is +2. I mean, there are so many cards that I can die. That's 4. You need 2 more damage. Let's see if you got it. That's 1. Need 1 more damage. Sure. I'm not going to concede until I'm dead. Well, I'd be dead. Am I dead? You have another shock in hand? Good game. Did I actually win? Hell yeah. This is precisely why you don't concede. Even if it looks like you're dead, your opponent may be trying to get you to concede. Cool. So, I mean, we've beaten an Azorius control deck, a mono white aggro deck, and a Boros Feather deck with a janky Devil deck. I am so happy. Oh, man. I didn't expect to do very well. Especially since I couldn't... Like, I threw this deck together. And I only had time to play 1 practice game. So I'm super happy how this went. Fucking... As I said in the beginning, debatably, human man. I may not be human. We have a couple of questions here today. I realized to answer one, I need to go to Scryfall. This is unfortunate because of how slow it is, but it should be okay. You know, we have removal. We're going second, so if this is an aggro deck, we've pretty much lost. Oh, God. It's a ramp deck. Even worse. Play the steps. Alright, so we're probably going to die here. Oh, it's a Golgari deck. Oh, it's this type of deck.
Let's see if you're worthy. You
Interesting.
fight like a city brat.
Shut up, Vivian. You punk. Yeah, the slow start is definitely not going to help. Oh. Storev. Oh, okay.
Wait, you think nature is kind?
So I can just murder Storev. I can just murder Storev and start playing spawns. Do I want to do it now? Yes. I don't know what my opponent's playing, and I don't trust them. They're a dirty Golgari player. Silthus asks, Have there been any cards spoiled from Modern Horizons that you're excited for? So many, holy shit. The Cycle lands have been reprinted. There's a card that like you can't spend mana to cast, which is hilarious. There is. We should probably keep Contempt on top. Yeah, that's reasonable. So unfortunately, I do think I'm just boned here. Maybe I force them to kill my Mayhem Devil with their Contempt. I don't actually know if they will. The Endling is awesome. I love zombies. I love the cycle. Freaking Nether Spirit is reprinted, so now it's modern legal, so I can play it in my Pox deck. So cool. I'm literally just scrolling through all of them. Damn, they used to cast down. Fuck. Kaya's Guile's interesting. I plan on today for you all actually running through all of the cards that have been spoiled. Frenchwalker, yeah. Well, we'll just ignore this Explore nonsense. Who cares about that? Oh, fucking a Bear Lord, hilarious. Bear Assault, Seismic Assault, but for bears. A new Sisay. I have an EDH deck called Sisay's Night Out, or Sisay's Girls Night Out, and it's just Captain Sisay. Except all of the cards in the deck, either other than lands, like fuck, I can only meme so much. All of the cards have to be female legendary creatures, or they have to reference one in some way, either just via the art, or actually be like a Chroma's Memorial would count. A Chroma's Vengeance would count, but like Wrath of God, that wouldn't count. There's no reference there. I mean, I've lost this game. New Slivers are cool. Man of War being in Modern is cool. Freaking, they gave us Mom, but fixed, right? Like, this Mom is, it's different. It's not strictly better, it's not strictly worse. It gives us, I'm just super excited, because I play Death and Taxes. I'm so excited. There are a bunch. There are actually a bunch. So I can't really go over all of them. Yeah, I'm dead. It's fine. There's a limit, right? Like, I think this deck is actually fine against both aggro decks and control decks, but it is very weak, I think, just based on my understanding of how the deck works and etc. I think it's very weak against specifically other mid-range decks, because what the other mid-range decks are doing are just better than what we're doing. Right, against control, we have plenty of ping damage and like early-ish aggressive creatures. We have some decent answer suite. And against aggro, we have good answer suite. The pings help a lot against their low to the ground creatures, but against other mid-range decks, the things that they're doing are just too big for us. So I think, and then Banana Split asks, is tea soup? And that depends entirely on what you consider soup to be. You know, there's if soup is rectangle, you know, chowder is square. It's a type of soup, but it's a specific kind that's different, right? Would I say that a beverage is a soup? I mean, that's difficult, right? Like, is cereal a soup? Actually, you know what? If I recall, or if I remember to tomorrow, which is today for you all, although I'll be streaming, but it should be, whatever. I'm gonna, in my pinned comment where I keep my matches, I'm going to put, what do you consider to be, like, the least soup, but that's still a soup, right? So you could say, like, cereal is a soup, but that's as far as I'll go. Like, tea is not a soup. Or you'll say, I don't know, tea is a soup, but cereal is not a soup, right? So, let me know in them comments. Let me know in them comments. Personally, I'd say no. I would say cereal is maybe, I should say cold cereal, stuff that you use milk for or some sort of liquid. I know some people use water. I would consider that maybe a soup. I wouldn't consider a beverage a soup. Yeah, I can't really describe why, because technically it doesn't matter. It's not real, if that makes sense. It's like not a real thing, man. I'm not actually going to continue my simulation because YouTube doesn't like people. So instead, I'm just going to go to the end card and say I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Croft, Zin, and Rexel for their continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting me on Patreon, you'll find links to that down in the description below, or you can just press that join. Is it join channel or just join? I think it might just be join. Look, It's late. I got so much other things to do. So many other, whatever. You press the join button, become a channel member. Essentially the same thing as a $5 patron. In the description, you'll also find links to the Aether account and my Discord, where we chat and play games. I hope you've enjoyed this hilarious video. Even if I had early turn plays against the Golgari deck, I don't think I would have done well. So yeah, I think that's fine. But for what it's worth, you know, we beat a control deck. We beat 2 aggro decks with an actual meme. So I'm pretty satisfied with how that went. And if you did like it, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, and pass the turn and the video to some of your friends. And of course, until next time, all will be one. Believe you me.